guys, and welcome back to our channel. If you are new here, my name is Kimmy. I'm a full-time working mom to two sweet girls, Emma and Isabel. We share about motherhood and my life as a working mom and everything in between, and post new videos every Monday and Friday. So if you're new, we would love to have you become a part of Team Dodge. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button and give us a thumbs up while you're down there. Really glad that you guys are excited about this new series called Commute and Chat on our channel. I really appreciate the feedback and the positivity that I got on the last comments where I shared a life update with you guys. And I want to, like I said, do this weekly with you and to cover our topic that I feel like chatting about with y'all. So I have a couple things already kind of like in my mind that I wanted to talk about. The comment that I know got the most likes on our last video was about surviving motherhood versus thriving in motherhood, and kind of how do I find that balance for myself. So that is what I wanted to talk to you guys about today. And I'm really not an expert by any means on this topic, and I'll just share kind of my heart and what I feel like. So with being a full-time working mom who sometimes works 40 some hours a week, well, I always work 40 hours a week. Sometimes I work 45 hours a week. Sometimes in the past I've worked 55 hours a week while balancing everything else. And there is a lot of the time where I feel like I am just surviving motherhood. And for me, I feel like the best way that I keep my balance and keep myself centered as much as I can is understanding the ebb and flow of life and work and family. And sometimes you are gonna feel like you're just surviving, and that's okay. I give myself grace because I understand that I only have so many hours in a day to get stuff done. And so what I do with those hours, 8 hours of my day always is at work, and then I have 2 hours of at least commuting time. I have, you know, how many hours of sleep. So you only have so much time in a day. So I try to give myself grace, and it's difficult because there's so much that you try to do as a mom, and I think we have so many expectations of motherhood and the external pressures that come from you at a societal level, as well as just what you place on yourself as a mom. And so there are moments in time where I feel like I go through seasons where I am just surviving, and not even surviving in a strong way. I feel like my life is a hot mess, and my house is a mess, or, you know, there's times where laundry will sit for weeks clean in piles on my floor, but I just that's only the best that I can do at that time, and that's okay. And so I feel like the best way to survive those seasons of hardship are to give yourself that grace and understand that it's a season. It is a period of time in your life where you're not going to be perfect, and that's okay. I try to prioritize what is impactful, what needs to be done, what is gonna, you know, be needed to make it through that day today. So do I need to feed my kids? Do I need to get in the car and go to work? Do I need to do laundry today? What needs to be done today? And everything else is non-essential. So yes, in the scope of things, maybe it is essential, but during that day, it's not essential. And that's okay to allow yourself to just put some of those things on the back burner, as difficult as it may be. My husband's actually been a really good support about that, and understanding that, you know what, yeah, the house is a mess and it's okay, but you're a full-time working mom and you have all these other things that need to do, and he helps with the things that he can help with. But again, he's in a busy season of his life with going to school while working full-time and having kids. So there's only so much that both of us together can accomplish, and we give ourselves the grace to understand that that's okay. And on the weekends, we try to, you know, make up for whatever we miss throughout the week. And it's just, again, if it's not essential to that day, it's okay to put off for another day. That doesn't make you a bad mom. It doesn't make you lazy. It's just that you have to be able to survive. And then, you know, again, like I said, I feel like there's seasons where it's really difficult. Right now, the past couple of months has been that, with just a lot of the pressures of what I have on my plate with my job, and how that overflows into needing to work at home, needing to work overtime. It's a season, and we'll get out of this season, and we'll have that time where I feel like I have a hold on everything else that's going on. So for me, I wouldn't say that I thrive in motherhood every day. I would say that there are seasons of times that I do and there's seasons of times that I don't. And I'm okay with that answer. I'm okay with that situation. What I do try to do, and what I think my husband is good about as well, is allowing me to have those times where I can just take care of myself. And as a mom, we always put ourselves last. And I am guilty of this as much as everyone else, where I constantly give and give and give to everybody else every single day. I have a job that I give to, I have a husband that I give to, I have 2 girls that I give to, and I am always the last of the list. And quite honestly, most days right now, I only get about a half hour to 45 minutes of just truly me time every day. And that's usually at the end of the day, after the girls have gone to bed, after I've taken a shower, after I've made lunches, after I've done everything that I need to do for the day, and that small window of time before I go to sleep and have just a little bit of quiet time. And so it's not a lot of time for me every day, and I feel exhausted from time to time. And I feel like my husband's really good about helping support me with that, whether that means me going to get a pedicure or me going to just go grocery shopping by myself and not take one of the girls with me. We do try to find that balance with it. And I think as a mom, you need to be able to speak up for yourself and say, you know what, I need a break. You cannot pour from an empty cup. If you are on empty, everybody else that relies on you is going to be on empty too. And so it is important that you take care of yourself in whatever means that may be. There's been times where, like, I know I've been really stressed, and I asked my husband, like, I would really like to go get a massage and take 2 hours out of my day to go do that. Can we find a way to budget that? Again, it's not every single month. It's not every 3 months. It's usually twice a year where I just get to that point where I need to do something for myself. I need to take a break. And you need to be able to speak up about that and understand that it's okay. I think that sometimes people feel like they're going to be shamed if they say, I need time for me. Like, that makes you selfish. And it doesn't make you selfish. It makes you a better mom, a better wife, and a better person. And like I said, you can't pour from an empty cup. So if you are constantly giving and giving and giving of yourself to everyone else, eventually it's going to start to affect everybody else downstream. And I feel that with myself, where I get short-tempered with Emma, I get short-tempered with my husband, and I hate that feeling. So if it's something that you can, even as simple as taking a half hour to just go to a Starbucks and get a coffee and sit, that's okay. And that's something that we all need to do for ourselves. So I hope that answers your question about how I survive or thrive in motherhood. Again, it's seasons of time and seasons of life. And I think the other thing that I always try to remind myself is, like, your kids are only going to be little for so long, and the chaos is only going to be existent for so long, and you're going to miss it at that point. So I try not to get too overwhelmed with the short-sightedness of where I sit, but put it in perspective of the long term of, this is a time in my life that I'm going to look back at and be like, oh my gosh, I missed that. So it helps me get through those really hard moments where I feel like I just don't want to change another diaper, or I just don't want to deal with another temper tantrum or attitude meltdown or something. I hope, again, that this helps answer your guys' questions, and that you can feel relatable to where I sit and how I feel. I know as moms, we all kind of are in the same boat, whether we like to admit it or not. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I will be back next week with another topic. I haven't decided what yet, but like I said, I did put an Instagram Q&A a long time ago, and I do want to try to pick away at some of those topics that you guys had shared. So that is it. We love you guys. Thank you for watching and supporting our channel. We appreciate every single one of you, and we will see you in our next video. Bye.